I did it again. I did it again, everybody. Just making sure. Yep. Okay, cool. My sound's coming through. At least I didn't mess that up. Everybody, good morning or good afternoon. It is good morning for me. I just woke up. If you saw the stream earlier, it was supposed to be earlier than it is, but I keep pushing it back. But here I am. Um, Guys, we've got less than 9 hours until the transfer window closes. The deadline is in less than 9 hours. Let's talk about that. I know that everybody out there is probably just as stressed, if not more stressed than me. Let's see what everybody in the chat has to say. There's already people here. Whoa. Um, Eltel says, "Morning, sleepyhead. Early one for you." Yeah, I'm already regretting it a bit, but I'm really glad to see you guys. Y'all make it worth it. Scott Munn, not who I thought this was at first. Afternoon, afternoon. All today is the day that all our hard work pays off. This is exciting. I'm just privileged to be a part of this huge club. Are you Donna Cullen? And are you the same person by chance? Anyway, we got Daniel saying, "I don't give a shit. I'll call out this transfer window. It's been a disgrace." We definitely are going to talk about it. Talk about what some other people have been saying about it. Mr. Paul O'Keefe, who's usually so positive about the moves of the club, really, he's kind of taken to Twitter and pooping on things a bit. So we'll get to that. We got Mr. Jamie Talk Spurs. Big up Jamie, um, a real one, guys. Go over there to Talk Spurs if you haven't. But he says, smash the like button, and then he says, Scott Munn, get off YouTube, get those signings in. We got Spurs diehards TTID. What is up, Adrian? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Mark Cousins, big up call. Big up, Mark. What the hell's up with this transfer window, man? I really thought that people were going to start pouring in at the end. Just shows what. Just shows what. Yeah. Just shows how naive I am, I guess. Mark says, "Has there been a transfer window?" Good one. Good one, dog. And then Dekaru says, "Call, sorry, but I'm off to sleep." Dekaru, get some sleep, mate. Get some sleep. I thought I was coming on much earlier. I'm so sorry if I kept you up waiting. I love you, dude. And email. Watch your email. Shimtan though says, "Hey, Mr. Junior Intern Colin, how are you? I'm sleepy and I'm upset a little bit. I'm not ever going full meltdown mode just because it's not my style, but I'd like to. I'd like to. We got Quez, hey y'all, and then we got Roundtable Talk saying morning y'all. You guys talking to me all Southern, I love it. You're speaking to me just the way I like. Um, but y'all, I'll continue it. But y'all, we got some stuff going on here today. I wanted to talk about injuries. Is this the right time to talk about injuries? Let me get this pulled up here again. I had it. I opened up another thing here, but yeah. So we've got some injuries, and I'll just say basically, our two strikers. We've got two strikers in this team, senior strikers, recognized senior strikers. We've got Richarlison, and we've got Dom Solanke. Um, Dom Solanke is very he mixes opinions. You know, he's definitely not everybody's cup of tea. He's not the player that everyone thinks we should have signed, especially not for the price. But he's our new guy, and you know we've seen him play once. It wasn't a blinder of a first game, and now he's injured, and Richarlison's injured. But like, who the hell, who the hell would have, you know? I mean, that's not any kind of a surprise to me in any way whatsoever. So Richarlison's injured, Solanke's injured. I wonder if that means. Roll with me here. This is ew. I don't have any music on. Ugh, you guys are just listening to me talk. One sec. Apologies to everyone who had to do that. Let's get some. I think I like this one. It starts out slow or low and then kind of builds. Let me read Paul O'Keefe real quick. Somebody tweeted, "It's a hell of a risky window. If we get injuries and with the Europa League as well, let's hope the main men stay fit, or we could be in trouble. Not enough top players signed this window to strengthen the first 11." Paul O'Keefe jumps right in and says it's not good enough. There's nothing else to say, but he says more. Another fellow says, looking at it the other way, Johnson, Odebear, Moore, Bergvall, Ray, all can have the opportunity to take it by the scruff. And Paul, he said there's nothing else to say, but he does say more. He comes in and he says they've neglected key areas. Right? Those players are absolutely fine if they're complemented by a couple of proven, experienced players. He's right. And area is not neglected. They've spent a year prepping for this window and are short again despite all their flirting with dozens of players and clubs. That last sentence kind of gets me there. Despite their flirting with dozens of players and clubs. So I'm thinking about changing the corner. See, I got the little talking ball thing up there. Let's change it back to Levy the Clown. Who do you guys think was at fault for this? I know we can't put everything on Levy all the time. Sometimes teams just don't want to sell. But you would think if we had such concrete interest in these guys, we would have talked to them. We would have found out they were for sale. I don't know. This one just sucks, and it stinks, and it hurts. I hate it. Yeah, but it mostly just sucks for the right now. I mean, if Solanke was back, I would feel a lot better. VDV's back though, I think, so that's a good thing. But I guess my question to you guys is, and I'll just ask this right now before anybody leaves, because I'm just rambling. Does anybody think that we're gonna get a last-minute striker in? Like I was saying, we still have a little under nine hours, almost 8 hours to go in the transfer window. We could grab a striker still, theoretically. Panic buy, call it what you will. Do you think one's coming? Let me get through these comments here. Nick says, I'm from the South, Bubba. Yeah, me too, technically. Me too, y'all. Quest says, my family is from the South. I've lived there for a few years. Big up, Quest. I didn't know that. For some reason, I thought you were, I didn't know that. Cool, dude. Solanke fits the profile of the striker Ange wants. True, very true. And if we keep delivering service in, like we were last season, that no one could finish off, Solanke will eat those chances for dinner. So, yeah, I tend to not be on the Solanke hate train. I do think that it's not the sexiest signing ever, but that's not what Ange is about. Ange isn't about the sexiest signings ever. I still don't hear music, you guys. Something's going on. There we go. All right, it's not the music I wanted, but it's music. So we've got Quest saying he lives in the North Carolina, South Carolina area. What else we got? Just all lies to keep the fan base guessing. I don't believe Levy or Ange anymore. Shit, and that's not a good. That's not a good thing. You don't want to be distrusting the manager. Oh, you can see my salt over here. I put salt on something earlier. Sorry about that. Let's get that out of the way. But yeah, I mean, you want to be able to believe your chairman. You want to be able to believe your manager. I believe reporters like Paul O'Keefe. I think that he probably, I know that he's not tier 1 anymore, I don't think, but he usually has a lot to say and seems to have some connection inside the club somewhere. And that last sentence, like I said, they spent a year prepping for this window and are short again, despite all their flirting with dozens of players and clubs. But, like, we've all been, like that Jackie Chan, what? So we've all been told, that we've got the money. Like, we've got more money than anybody. And, Roundtable Talk, so you heard the music, it was gangster rap. Well, do you prefer the gangster rap or what I have now? Let me know. But guys, do you think we're going to get a lastminute.com striker in panic buy style because of the injuries, because of the fact that Richarlison just can't stay fit no matter what he does? I swear this dude could do nothing but sit on his couch and play PlayStation and he would find a way to get injured. It's almost hilarious. If I don't laugh at it, I'll cry. Quest saying I'm from New England originally. Sweet, dude. Sweet. Oh, here's Mark. This is about what I want here, man. We were sold a dream with a building that $1 billion stadium to compete. Ouch. It hurts. It hurts. That stings. And I personally think the idea was to spend, and we have been spending in previous windows. If you look at the money we've spent, it's more than we were spending before we had the new stadium, for sure. But TV deals have gone up in that time. Sponsorship deals are worth more money now. So is it because of the stadium that we're spending more? Or like you said, were we sold a dream? But yeah, guys, really, I would like to know, is there anybody out there that we could get last minute that you think? Especially we got some of our resident scouts in here, maybe. Nope, don't see him. But guys, I don't know, championship striker, just anybody to come in, or are we gonna roll the dice with Will Lancashire? I'm not totally against it. Audio Artisan, what up? Call in chat. What up, Audio Artisan? Yeah, dude, I'm just sleepy, and I'm also not very happy about this deadline day. I miss when deadline days were exciting. And who knows, maybe it will be 9 hours, 8 hours. That's Levy time, baby. So, yeah. Shemtan saying no one on this whole team can stay fit. We've had a couple. I don't think Vicario's been injured yet. Oh my God, what did I just do? Cursed him. Now we're gonna have Panhands in goal. So in contrast to Paul O'Keefe's tweet, we've also got Alistair Gold. However you feel about him, love him or hate him, Levy's mouthpiece or whatever, however you look at him. He says, and this was 18 hours ago, so take that for what it's worth. He says, technically, I said it's far too early to say it's done, as who knows what moves around in the final market in the final 24 hours. Can't read. Sorry about that. But he's right. All it takes is one move to happen. The dominoes start to fall, so to speak. You could maybe set some people loose, set up some transfers. Who knows? But I don't know. Quez says he's not worried for Newcastle. Hell yeah, me neither, Quez. I'm really not. I think that if we play the same system that we played against Everton, and it'll probably be the same personnel for the most part, I think it'll go fairly well. Audio Artisan says, I think we're going to get an unknown young left back. If he can play left center back as well, I think then that's a good thing. I think at left center back we're thin. I didn't think about it until I thought Van de Ven was going to be injured from that nasty knee thing he did, and I thought, well, we can stick Dragic in there, or we can stick Dragic on the right and stick Romero over there, but none of them have the pace that Van de Ven has. We really rely on Van de Ven's recovery pace, recovery runs. We basically play with a super high line, and then Van de Ven is there to kind of correct any mistakes that are going to inevitably happen. And I think that without him, we're really hurting. So if this left back that you're thinking we're going to get could also play left center back, I would be all about it, and I'd actually take that ahead of a striker. We got Nick Roundtable Talk saying Richie sneezes and pulls a hammy. For sure, dude. I don't even think he has to sneeze. I think they just break. He just is walking around deteriorating at all times. Cranvat saying you guys got some decent draw in Europa. I saw it live. It's embarrassing. Like I said, I just woke up. I need to check that. I did see a little bit. I was on Reddit and I saw it. Let's check that out. Maybe that's something that's more positive I can talk about. But let me get through some comments too. Jamie says the Prem Insider thinks Spurs are working on a deal in the background, according to a source. Take that with a pinch of salt. Yeah, I never know what to think about these things. What's Prem Insider? Is that just like a news aggregator thing, or are they? I guess what I'm saying is, do they have any incentive to lie to get like clicks and stuff? That's my only worry. Nick saying, and he would pull in the American market. That's 350 million people to reel in. Did I miss you say somebody here? Oh, Anthony Robinson. Yeah, he for Fulham, right? He plays for Fulham right now, if I'm not mistaken. Left center back, left back. That's actually not a bad idea. And we've had an American on our team a lot throughout the past. So I could see that. Levy likes to tap into markets, like you just said, and yeah, that could definitely work. Let me throw some numbers at you guys here. They're numbers that you all know. I'm not giving you anything you haven't heard before, but looks like with Spurs, money spent, we spent about 125 mil, but before that sounds too exciting, and actually that's not even exciting anymore, but you remember when 100 mil spent in a window was like, holy shit, you're a rich club, but not really anymore. Yeah, 125 million spent. 42 million though in from sales. We've brought in 5 players. We've got 8 players out off the wage bill down by 32 million per year. Is that right? I don't know if that's per year. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then average squad age is down to 25. So that is good. I liked us being a young squad in the past. I want us to be a young squad again. So that's a good thing. But is that good enough? I really don't think so, especially with the fact that we're the FFP winners of, and we've done everything perfect and we've got the money to spend, and where is it? I really don't know. Mark said, Ange said in his presser that he expects no more activity in the window. Right. And I mean, he probably doesn't, but we all know that Dan the man Levy likes a good deal. He literally can't help himself. And so he, if a deal pops up, I think he'll grab it. What position that'll be, I don't know, but please God, let it be left, center back, or striker. Please God. Quest says Anthony would be nice. Not sure how much he would cost. Yeah, that's a good question. So shouldn't really matter. We should have the money. David Clark's here, man. David, what's up? And everybody, by the way, if you're here, there's going to be a much better show than this. In about an hour, we're going to be doing predictions, and that's going to be a lot of fun. A lot more fun than this crybaby wham fest I'm having here. But David Clark says Levy is waiting around the car boot sale, waiting for the prices to drop. At least he's consistent. Yeah, but are the prices gonna drop? I feel like you're right. That is what is happening. I really do think that he is sniffing around. He's probably rubbing his hands together. He loves this time, running around giddy, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some deals. But is he? I don't know. Descartes is saying before I go to sleep, and with the whole poke fun at ourselves, we need to chat. Got an idea. Just have to find a manga artist, an IT lecturer, a CD cover artist, and a Spurs fan in one person. I love you, man. Let's talk soon. Absolutely. Please email me today. Well, actually, I'm going to email you. You just wait for it. Quest says, if it can be believed, the Koulibaly from Dortmund deal fell through. I'm worried about cover, but I also don't want to make a knee-jerk signing. That's a good point. We just got rid of the Deadwood. We just got rid of a bunch of what I would consider knee-jerk signings. And look at this, Dekaru, before he leaves, become a new YouTube member. Dekaru, you're a super kind soul. You didn't have to do that, my guy. I appreciate you. I'm not sure what, something happened to my channel and like everybody lost their memberships. I think I didn't fill out a tax form or something, and they thought I was like a Panamanian dictator and took away all of my people or something. So, but hey, thank you so much, Dekaru. I really appreciate you, man. And you need to get some sleepies, bud. So, yeah, if you got to run, no worries. But if you want to stay, definitely wouldn't mind having you here. So, Koulibaly from Dortmund. Is it sad that I don't know who that guy is? But we're going to find out together. And sorry for my loud-ass keyboard, everybody. Somalia Koulibaly. Let's see, he plays as a center back. So that would have been great. Maybe that was the player we were looking for. And someone said failed medical. Yeah, I guess I'm glad we didn't pull the trigger on it then. I almost said, what's the difference between that and any of the players we have now? Talk Spurs. Jamie says, Prem Insiders. Like one of them, I don't know, but they got some right. Also, 7 hours and 57 minutes left in the window. Daniel Levy's not even sweating. He's got the fax machine turned on, ready to go. Yeah, he's not even sweating yet. I bet he's got 2 cell phones. Joe Lewis on one, Scott Munn on the other. Scott, you're here. You were up here earlier. Are you talking to Levy right now? Does he have you on the phone? Anyway, Nick's also here, and he says, keep a cool tool. Don't let your meat loaf. If you can't be good, at least be sanitary. Yeah, sanitary, clean. We got to be clean, baby. Keep clean. Yeah. I think you might have meant sane, but sanitary is cool. And if you were making a joke, it's too early for me to get jokes, but so yeah, Mark C says get some cheap deals that won't improve us again. Exactly. And then we'll have to spend multiple windows clearing them out. So if that's the case, and please guys, can I have some answers? Because I need your help. If that's the case, if we were only going to bring in cheap last second deals, would you guys rather we just not? I'm at the point where I think that, like I said, I'm dying for us to get another striker in. The fact that we have one that just can't stay fit, I at this point, no matter how good he is, I would probably sell Richarlison if a deal came. If an offer came in for him and we get anybody in the door that would just stay fit, they would be an improvement. Because even if you're better than another player, if you can't get on the pitch, you're not better. You're not better. So yeah, big up to Nick, aka Round Table Talk. When are you getting your channel going, dude? We need some more of that. But anyway, Dakar says, I don't think I left. Blame Panama. Yes, yes. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Mark C, we're screwed while Levy is here. Nothing seems to change ever. I was really excited for this window. You know, everyone was telling me how much different it was going to be, but it just doesn't appear to. It doesn't really feel different. So yeah, Ali Gold says we might get another end. Who knows? Paul Keefe says nope. Paul O'Keefe says nope. Unless there's a miracle. I guess he did have that caveat. Unless there's a miracle. So yeah, guys, would you take a lastminute.com signing, or would you rather us just roll the dice with what we have? Hey, look, it's Brian Dagul. Big up, Brian Dagul. Very nice to see you here, man. I know how you feel about this. Same shit, different windows, same owners, and yeah, man, it's just kind of tough to take. I'm trying to be level-headed and cool, because what's the point in not really? You know what I mean? I get myself worked up about everything. You know, work, just the happenings around me. So you know, if I could not get worked up over this, that would be cool. But it's really hard. It's really tough. And hey, while you're here, Daigle, so we've got you know, 8 hours or so left in the window. Would you rather us get in just any old, you know, like panic signing, or would you rather us just roll the dice with what we have? Because we've clearly got a squad of players that Ange wants, supposedly. We've cleared out a bunch of players that Ange didn't want and that we've been trying to get rid of. Would these last minute signings just be more shit clogging up our team that we'll have to get rid of in the coming windows? More wages we're paying for players that don't really fit? Or are you still, I'm worried enough that I would take a striker, just some random striker, get him in from the championship. Don't care. I just need a striker that can play when Solanke's injured, because while Son is effective there, it won't work against all teams. He's not physical enough. It worked against Everton, but it won't work for the whole season. We saw it last season. Unless we put a partner up there with him, then I think it could work. Jamie says, Real Betis have submitted an offer for Gio Lo Celso worth $6 million. Spurs are looking for $30 million. That's awesome. That's hilarious. Scott Munn is still here. Man, you're supposed to be working. I'm still here listening in the background, just putting a fresh coat of wax on Daniel's head. Big up, big up. Daniel Coy's looking for 30 million says it all, really. Yeah, we overpaid for him. I think that's the thing. I thought we had finally realized, yeah, we overpaid for some players, but getting them out for any price is worth it to clear up room in the squad, and to, you know, have a little bit of money in the transfer kitty. I'll give you those numbers again, but it looks like we've only spent like 60 million, and we were supposed to be the FFP kings. We did it the right way. And yeah, hey, I feel you. I wasn't calling you out at all. He says, this is me being level-headed and cool. Internally, I am fuming. For sure, man, for sure. Not even worth answering, as there will be no deals. Don't do this to yourself. Fair dues, man. Look, you got all kinds of love coming to you, Brian. You got some from me, too. Dragon D's Nuts says, Tony is still available for cheap. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. I want that. I really want that. And then Adrian Chia, what's up, Adrian Chia? Says, thoughts on how far we should progress in Europa. Well, we're on paper, we're one of the best teams in it. Let me look again. I was going to do this. Guys, don't make fun of me. Like I said, I just woke up. I tried to get up earlier. I was up till like 3 being an idiot. But let's see here. All right, so Europa League's first opponents decided. Let me share this, make sure that what I'm looking at is what I need to be looking at. Again, to everybody that's here, big up. Glad you're here. Just trying to keep it light on this day where everybody is upset, and I mean I am too. So let's share this boy. Boom. And this is what I should be looking at, right? These are the teams. This is the teams in our. So how does this work? Let me know, somebody. Pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4. If you want some company for 15-20 minutes, send me the link. Yeah, I would love that. Here you go, Daigle. Coming right up, buddy. That's the perfect amount of time too. That's all I got left. So yeah, here comes the link. But guys, if someone could explain to this American idiot what exactly this means. Are we playing all of these teams? Are these all the teams that we're gonna have to play in this round, or what's up? I know that it's changed. The tournament has changed a bit, the format. So while I get this to Dagul, you guys educate me a bit if you don't mind. Typing these in is kind of tedious, but it's the fastest way. Boom. I can't wait to have the one and only Brian Dagul on here, man. Nick is back saying, okay, for real, time, you got to take off. Tony would be fun to see. He really would. He really would. And let's bring him right in. No introductions needed. It's Brian Dagul. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. You all right?
Yeah, man. I'm good. Sleepy and grumpy, but it's kind of what I expect. You know, I'm not too shocked. It's been looking like it was going to be like this for a week or so now, you know? So yeah, well, I mean, what are your thoughts? Real quick, do you think we need to panic and bring in a striker? Do you think it's worth it?
No, we should be bringing in a left back. You want to, as Postecoglou said, we're going into this season physically stronger. We're 2 games in, we have no striker. We don't have a left back. We don't have a standing high quality replacement left back, centre back. You can say Ben Davies, but fair play, he can play there. He is not.
I would have said that in years past, but I think that ship has sailed.
He's not the standard
quality replacement.
Listen, we've done some good things. There's no doubt we've done some good things. But as always at Tottenham, the key glaring issues fail to get addressed, and it gets told we'll do it. Remember, we got told when Ange comes, when any manager comes in, not just at Tottenham, it all can't be done in one window.
Yeah.
This is Ange's third, and listen. I will give a lot of praise to the board for the outgoings. A lot of praise for finally getting them out. I'm a big fan of Archie Gray. I'm a big fan of Solanke. Not when we first signed him. When you look into it, I think he's injured. Doesn't get injured at all at Bournemouth. Gets injured in his first game for Spurs, and now he's missing Newcastle. We've done some good things, but I was led to believe, and I even started to stupidly, once we saw Lange, McKenzie, well, there's a transfer team. For once, it looked like they came in January, had all January to May to say, right, what do we need? What can we get? How can we do this? Blah, blah, blah. And if I had said to all the people in the chat and you, forget the outgoings, just incumbents alone, Timo Werner will be back. You'd sign 2. I'm not going to count Bergvall because he's January. Okay. You sign Archie Gray, who, like I said, I'm a fan of. Odebear, Solanke, and a winger from Korea that will come in January. After all the hype that was made to believe, game-changing stadium, more venues, more. If I said the day after the football season, said that come deadline day, this will be Spurs, and we could potentially start the Newcastle game with the exact same team. I'm sorry, I don't care what you think of the board, whether you're like me or you're a big fan of the board. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. I'm all for buying youngsters. Look how long, Colin, you and I have known each other for a while. Look how long I waxed about Alfie Devine.
Oh, yeah, years.
And I've done it. I'm a big believer in it. But I always say to caveat that, I'm all for youngsters being played, but you need some established, high-quality players with them to help them and to see them through games and for them to learn off and obviously to improve the squad now. And we've fallen short again.
Yeah.
Fallen short 100%. Again. And it's just typical. It's been done again. It's been done again. And this isn't me taking shots or digs. A lot of people thought, this is going to happen this time. Look at what's going on. We've got this, we've got that, we've got the match. it's been left short again. Left short again.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I didn't want to interrupt you because you were just on a good flow there, but yeah, it's definitely.
Listen, I will say, Talkspur, very quickly. Yeah. I've got a reputation, and I've done some damage myself, and I openly admit it because of the rage I had for Levy last year. Don't get me wrong, that rage is still within me. It just needs to be channeled in a different way. The shouting, screaming, bitching, moaning, calling people out, which I never got personal. One of the main things I make sure I never do is I never call an individual out. I may address the fan base and say, how are the fans accepting this? But I won't go, for instance, Colin, you've bloody deluded, you're an idiot, you're an imbecile. That's not been me. That never will be me.
About you.
Based because of my mental health background and knowing what things like this can do to people. So I just don't think it's the right way. But I used to, until this summer, I would blame everything on Levy. If I woke up and breathed in first rather than breathing out, I blame Levy. If I walked left foot rather than right foot, left foot, I blame Levy. And there are things that you can't blame him for. So I thought, you know what, this summer, different approach. Let's try and be more balanced, more reasonable. And yes, some people still will attack me, troll me, or whatever. And listen, it's going to happen no matter what you do. It's you put yourself out there, you set yourself up. Some people are going to like you, some people are going to love you, some people are going to say, I don't like him, some people are going to go the complete other way. And it is what it is, Talkspur, but I really appreciate it. I know I'm going on Chris Cowlin some point next week we said he invited me live on the show that we're going to have a post-transfer deadline day discussion, and based on what's happened, and Chris, I've got to say, Chris Cowlin has aired frustrations even when I was with him. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's got to be a different approach, because if I'm shouting, screaming, bitching, and moaning to the converted and they ain't coming, what chance have I got? I'm alienating myself from a large demographic. So we see where we go. We see where we go. Put it this way, Talkspur, 11:01 on Tottenham on tour this evening, UK time. I will be having my my summary of the window and the manager and the players and the board, and I will be going for Daniel Levy. I will be. And do you know what? The good thing is right now, I've seen all over X, it's not just people like myself that are frustrated with what's gone on. There are people that are genuinely, I wouldn't even say Levy out. They're like, yeah, we've done it again. We've left ourselves short. And when you start seeing people say that, that's when you go, right, now it's time to talk. Now it is time to talk to these people and not go see I told you so or whatever, but just have that discussion. I keep saying, and I've said it the whole time, Colin, and to everyone watching, I've been Levy out from the very second Martin Jol was sacked. So I've got 16 years, let's say, of rage, anger, seeing this unfold, blah, blah, blah. There's people that aren't as old as me that follow this football club. There's people that don't have the tolerance level I did. But then some people was when Jose got sacked before a final. Some was the Super League. Some was Potts getting sacked. Everyone has that different breaking point where they say, right, that's it. I can't do it anymore. I cannot defend the indefensible anymore. And who knows? This window could be it. This window could be it for a lot more people. And if it is, then we grow stronger. And it's not a time for I told you so, you're an idiot, why weren't you here sooner, blah, blah, why didn't you listen to me? It's, okay, you've reached the top of the mountain. Now
you're on the team. Now you're on the team. Yeah. No, I feel you, man. And that's a really good way to put it. You can't force people to see things, but over time, people will start, myself included, start to see things a different way. You can only see it happen X number of times before you're like, wow, this is just how it is. It's not a fluke. It's not, it's not an outlier. This is just the way things are going to be. You've got everyone in the chat being super duper kind, by the way, bigging you up, calling you a legend. So
Mark is a G. I love Mark. I love everyone. I love everyone.
This community is my favorite. I love it too. And And I know that everyone is upset right now. And hey, you were asking if this window is going to be the breaking point for people. Honestly, I think it depends on our next couple of matches, right? I think that if we win our next couple of matches, I think, especially, I mean, Newcastle and Arsenal, shoot. But I think if we were happen to win those, I think that everyone totally overlooks the transfer window. Then I think that it gets put back into the rear view, and but that's just me.
Colin, there is that, but then obviously, as the season progresses and games, you got to remember, as games come thicker and faster,
Right.
do you know what? One of the great things about this community is you start meeting people from all over the world, like you and me, Colin. All right, we're America and Canada, so met through Tommy Talksball when he was doing it.
Yeah.
But
Good
there's
memory
people
on you.
here that I've never met in this chat right now that I speak to on a date more than I speak to my parents. And you get to meet, and I've got close to a lot of people who I never would have in a million years ever even crossed paths with. And this man right here, sorry, by you, I can't really. Let me can't see the screen. There we go. This man, right? Well done. I didn't even think of that. This man right here is one of the kindest, most generous, most phenomenal people that you could ever have the pleasure to meet. My world is a better place because this man is in it, and I don't just mean in chats. We speak on the phone. He is one of the kindest and most incredible people you could ever wish to have the pleasure to meet.
Absolutely, you couldn't have said it any better, and I'm pleased to be able to call him a friend. I'm
correct.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's been supporting me and and what I'm doing here, and having my back for just as long as just as long as he's been here. He's always been supporting, and yeah, David, we really appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well.
What I wanted to say as well, sorry, man, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Is what you were saying about if we win both those games.
Yeah,
you've also got to remember, devil's advocate. If we lose both games. Now, we've only beaten one top 10 team in the last God knows how long.
Right.
We all know what's happened at Newcastle the last two games. And then of all games you'd want last to be the next home game after this window. The one game, you can look at it both ways. Maybe you want it to be that because then it's Tottenham Arsenal and everyone's ready for war with the other team. But if it is not a good performance, if it is a defeat, that stadium could be, let's just say, very unwelcoming.
Would Levy even show up? I wonder if he'll even
do that. I'm telling you now, I'll put a bet with you now. Or not a bet, but I'm telling you now. After the Arsenal game, we got the Coventry game in the Carabao Cup.
Mm-hmm.
If we proceed to lose both, you watch mysteriously, because the fans forum thing is going to be on the 23rd. So on the 16th, 15th, sorry, we got Arsenal. Whatever it is during the week, we got Coventry. Should the worst happen, I'm not saying should, you watch how mysteriously that AGM, someone's got down with the virus, or they couldn't get it, unfortunately, due to technical reasons or logistic. This has been kept. You watch. I will stake everything on it that if we lose both now, I don't think we'd lose to Coventry because Aaron's best be taking the cup seriously. I hope we don't lose to Arsenal. But I guarantee, like I said, I've got my bachelor's, I've got my master's in Levy. I know book, and if we are to lose both games, that AGM or fans forum, whatever you want to call it, will mysteriously be rescheduled for another time.
They'd almost be fools not to. It would be a bloodbath. It would be a bloodbath for sure.
It would be a bloodbath if they cancel it as well, mate. It's a no-win situation.
Damned if they do, damned if they don't. Yeah. I don't want to. I know that a lot of fans disagree on a lot of things, but I think we can all agree that this window was subpar.
Colin, tell me seriously, tell me a window that wasn't subpar. Even last window was a signing of Manuel Solomon. Brennan John, don't get me wrong, Vicario, magnificent. Van der Ven, one of the best signings. I even have said, for me, Van der Ven was the best signing of the entire transfer window across the Premier League, let alone Tottenham. So there are some good things, but there were some that I can't remember the last transfer window where I said, you know what, that's what I want to see. That's where we go. That's what we do. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think the last transfer window that I got really excited about, it didn't go the right way. It didn't go the way we wanted. But the window after we sold Bale, and we got, you know, the Magnificent Seven or whatever the hell they were calling everybody, you know, that window, that was exciting. At least, you know, at least we seemed like we spent the money. Now we sold Kane, and we didn't even spend the money that we generated from the sale. You know?
Yeah,
That's tough to swallow. And so I don't know, Bri. I don't know. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for popping in and letting me know how you're feeling. I'm glad that you're not, you know, hurting as bad as I maybe expected you to be.
I am.
You aren't here.
Trust me, right now, the old Brian, like aliens with the alien coming out of the stomach, believe me, right now I'm doing all I can to keep shouty, screamy, bitchy, moany Dagul out, because my natural reaction right now, what's going on, is to do that. But if I do that, because obviously the people on social media will be like, see, Brian's only doing this for the transfer window, now it's reverted to type. I'm not doing that. I'm not reverting to type. I'm trying to be balanced. I'm trying to be more... Put it this way, if I shout and scream, the swearing comes out, everything comes out, everyone's like, oh, I can't take this guy seriously. If I talk like I am now...
People listen.
There you go. There you go. And that's, you know what, it's not just that as well. I said I wanted to go this way so I could try and attract a wider audience, and it got me onto Chris Cowlin. It's getting more people. We did the thing with the trust to show that we get so there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say.
Definitely.
As I say that
expression, but we say that here. Yeah, I've got two running around. I don't want to skin either of my babies, but no, I totally know what you mean.
Well, all right, let's change it. There's more than one way to skin a Levy. Let's put it that way. There's more than one way to skin a Levy.
Ugh, I wouldn't want to wear that Levy suit. Yuck. David Shear's saying that the hotel got upgrade on the carpets. Yeah, the money went some way. I expect some people's pockets got a little heavier. That's what I think.
Yeah. Mate, listen. I actually genuinely have people messaging me saying Brian will start a GoFundMe for you to come home and start protesting with the rest of the gang that I proudly stood by. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, don't do that. As much as listen, my wife has allowed me to do so much, and I've got away with bloody murder. I have got away. She can hear me, and she's like, I've got away with bloody murder. Now, if it came to it and I had to go home for a protest, I would. I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yes, you would.
I'd be in a lot of trouble.
I heard her. That was great. Yes.
But listen, my beautiful wife knows how important this football club is to me. It is and always will be my first love. My first ever love is this football club. And it is what it is. But she has put up with me and allowed me to protest, go to England. She's allowed me to stream non-stop. So at the moment, life is good, and my marriage is in a wonderful place.
Can't beat that. That's the most important thing in the whole world, man.
I don't put it this way, mate. I once looked before I married Alana and got engaged to her. I had another fiance in Israel before I'd even met Alana. And to cut a long story short, there was a family function on the same day as the NLD, and I was living in Israel. And she said to me, we got into such an argument. She said, you either come to this family function and we stay engaged, or you go to the North London derby at the pub and we're finished. And I said, pack your bags and leave before I come back from the North London derby. So I will go to streams that not a lot of people will go to. Not that would happen with Ilana, but yeah, that's how passionate I am when it comes to this bloody club. Fun times. Listen, we may not have many good times, but what you can say is there is never a dull moment being a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Never a dull moment.
And now we get to see how much of a magician Ange Postecoglou can be. That's what Levy asked of his managers, and Mark put it in a great way. Let me see if I can find the comment, but he said that basically Levy leaves all the managers to pick up the pieces and to play and succeed with these limited parts that they're given. You know, it's like you want to build a car, you want to build a Tesla, and they give you a bunch of 1985 Chevrolet parts, and they say build the car and go race against these guys in their brand new cars, and you go oh, okay, I'll try, and maybe Poch was able to get some really good play out of some youngsters, but you got to think Poch had Moussa Dembele, one of the best midfielders I can remember for Spurs. Poch had some good players too, in addition to these youngins. He had some established guys. I know we have some, but we really do need some people that have won trophies, that can show the rest of our youngins that it's possible for us to win trophies, that it's not some kind of weird impossibility, because at Spurs it seems like we always fall short, and I don't know if it's belief or just lack of quality or what, but yeah, man, I don't know. I don't want to get ready to close up, I think, shop here, but I don't want to be too negative. I really hope that we do well. I'm never hoping that Spurs do poorly, ever. I want us to win every single match, man. And I believe, maybe stupidly, that we can. I believe that we could beat Newcastle this weekend. I believe that, that anything can happen in the North London derby. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. So yeah, I want to try to stay positive, but it's getting harder and harder. And like I said, the next few results I think will dictate how the entire fan base feels. But Bri, I do think that you have gotten some more people on the anti-Levy side, and not, I don't want to say that it's people that are anti-Levy and not, because I don't think anybody loves him. I don't think anybody is pro-Levy. I've never met one, but you know what I mean. I do.
Listen, there's no such thing. Listen, I've learned this as well, and this is the thing. There is no such thing as a Levy inner.
Yeah.
There's very, 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 very much Levy outers. Very, very much. Whatever you want to say, Levy out, anti-board, whatever you want to say. But then there are people that either embrace what Levy's doing. There is, you could say with the Prime Minister, the President, whatever. There's no. I sometimes slip of the tongue when I'm talking about Levy. Will say Levy in. Because it's just, when you say Levy out, it just kind of in, out, shake it. It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
But like I said, one of the things we've got to do is if protests do start again, if they do start again, first of all, I will say now, just so people know, I don't know how many people you've got in this chat right now, Colin.
Like 18.
Okay,
a solid 18. Yeah.
So people, if you guys are on social media and on Twitter, and Mark, what you've just posted is exactly what I was going to talk about. I will tell you now, the people that I stand with and proudly call family and will continue to, and this is not just for what we do, this is for everything. We talk all the time, personal lives, they're like a brother and sisterhood. We do not stand or associate ourselves with purple and gold anymore. Oh. So if you're using purple and gold in anything, and Mark, this isn't me having a dig at you, this is me just letting people know now. So when you see this on social media, because I'm going to need to get this across. Purple and gold was something that came up, it became massive, as in the attention it was getting. But obviously, Twitter being the cesspit it was, people that had purple and gold were using this to become a bitchy, attacky. It's something that picked up, that latched on. It wasn't even us that created it. Someone on Twitter said, Manchester United have green and gold, how about Spurs have purple and gold? Boom, as soon as it got retweeted. Purple and gold, if we start, the people I stand with, the ones that always organise it, the ones that would always turn up, love us or hate us, we do not associate ourselves with purple and gold. If we go again, it will be much more planned out. It will be much more well organised. It will be much more advertised. It will be a lot more inviting. Listen, I can't stop people who are very, very Levy out coming in and singing songs or say, we physically cannot do that.
Yeah.
But what we stand for is we want change in this ownership. And when we do, because let's face it, there is going to be a time, whether it's this season, next season, where the protests will start again. it will start, if Levy out, getting sung in the stadium. And then we've got to go about this the right way. Because going about it the way the purple and gold has gone, or even I have over the year, last summer, it turns people away. And we get nowhere with turning people away. So if it happens again, but what I will say, if you see purple and gold, it's got nothing to do with the people I protest with. People have their right to have the purple and gold and still stand by it. I don't. That's their bag. But I just want people to know that the purple and gold people are not part of us. And I mean, when I say part of us, yes, they're part because they want to change in the board, but they're not part of the group that I stand with all the time.
Fair enough. I'm glad that you got that out here, and I'm glad I know now. And I'll help spread the word if I can, if you'd like. And everybody, there's Tottenham on Tour's link right below us here. That's the correct link, right, Brian?
Yeah, that say that again, buddy.
Oh, I was just making sure that link is correct. I just
let's have a look. 1 second. I'll just quickly come off the screen. Give me 2 seconds. Someone messaged me. I believe so. I would imagine
it's
so.
Just at Tottenham on Tour. Simple as that.
I what, for our Twitter or for our channel?
For your channel.
For your channel, yeah. That looks absolutely spot on.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't sending anybody to some other channel, but great. So guys, you know where to find Brian. I really appreciate you taking your time to come on here. I know that we didn't really say a lot, but I like the fact that while we're disappointed, we can still be calm. We can still be rational. The season may not be a total disaster. I'm not ready to say that yet. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. Other teams can have injuries. The fact that I'm banking on that is not cool, but you know what I mean? Anything can happen. We'll see. I still want to give Ange time. I'm not ready to throw Ange under the bus because I don't think he had much to do with this transfer window, to be honest. So, yeah, real quick, we had a question before I have to head off. We had a question from Jamie Talk Spurs asking what your prediction for the weekend was.
Do you know what? If it had been any other place other than Newcastle, I might have been able to. Do you know the way I look at it is I went to my first ever NLD at the Emirates. I've been to Highbury many a time. Never been to the Emirates apart from the 2-2 last year within these first few games. I went to that game and said, do you know what? If we go there and do what we normally do at the Emirates and lose, just please, for the love of God, put in a goddamn decent performance. So at the end of 90 minutes, I can say, do you know what? The better team won. You gave it everything you bloody well could. And just simple, the better team won. And we had that 2-2, and I was absolutely delighted to be there and witness Spurs for 90 minutes put in a bloody good performance at the Emirates. Well, based on our past 2 games at Newcastle, I'm very much the same. If I with these injuries, I just don't know. Is he going to play the kids? I don't know. If we lose, just make sure when that final whistle blows, compared to the 6-1 and 4-0, we can just say, do you know what? Spurs gave everything they could. Yeah. I honestly, it's this game. If you give me any other game, I'd give you a prediction. All I care about for this game is put on a goddamn performance, because those fans have to travel the length of the country and back down again, and it's an early kickoff. I mean, Colin, for you and me, the distance of Newcastle to London is going around the corner from the size of our countries. Right. But it is a goddamn slap and a half. Just go and make those fans proud. Just make sure you put on a performance and claw back that 10-1 aggregate of the last 2 games, because it's unacceptable.
Yeah. I can't even stop thinking about the 5-1 where we lost to the already relegated Newcastle the summer right before we bought Sissoko. Yeah, we just have a history, but I hold out hope. But I'm the eternal optimist, Brian. I'm the eternal optimist. I'm optimistic that maybe we'll sneak in a striker in these last 8 windows or at last 8 hours. Just because I can't stop.
You got to stop.
I know.
You got to stop. Don't do it.
I'm only hurting myself, right?
Be like me and just think it's done, and then you can only be pleasantly surprised. Even if you say to yourself, you know what, let's take a last-minute striker, and then you don't, you're like, oh, for God's sake. Just be like, do you know what, It's done. It's over. Exactly, brother. Exactly, brother. Colin, I'm just going to do a quick thing and just let you know in 17 minutes, I'll be live on Tottenham on Tour. It's going to be the members show. We are going to do it at 6 p.m. UK time, but Dave can't do it, and I've got things to do, so we're doing it earlier.
Cool. Yeah, guys.
If you are a member, you will be able to come on. It's just me because Dave's got something he's got to take care of. So we will be live in 16 minutes.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna be on Jose's at the same time. We're doing our prediction show. So guys, I don't want to split everybody. Try to do both if you can. You know what I mean? And if you have to, and if you can't catch them live, watch it back. And just show some love. And if you're watching it back, leave a comment on the video. That helps so much with the algorithm and everything like that. And it just shows us that you like the content we're putting out. We like it.
There you go. Exactly, so, man. Thanks for having me on, Colin.
Hey, thanks for being on. And yeah, have a good one, buddy. I'll speak with you soon. And it's been a pleasure. Okay, and I will say, and as always, Levy out. I'll leave you to it, buddy. Yep. See you, bud. Bye-bye. Thanks again. Everybody, that was the one and only Brian Dagul. It was very nice to have him on the show. We are edging ever closer to the prediction show on Tel Cockerel. Let me get the link up. I can't believe I haven't done that yet. And I think there we'll talk about the Europa League draw that I still don't understand. So, yeah, guys, thanks for coming on. I just wanted to talk with everybody, see how everyone was feeling, see if it was just me that was disappointed, but still yet delusionally hoping for a striker to come in. Ivan Toney's still available, but it's not going to happen, guys. And everybody, look at that, Tel Cockerel. There is the link. 15 minutes from now, we are going to be doing the weekly predictions. We've got our normal predictions. We've got the Predict the Prem, similar to our weekly predictions, but it's online. And then we've got fantasy, the fantasy league. So guys, get in. We're going to be doing that today. I can't wait to see everybody there. And also, Brian, Tottenham on Tour member show. I hate to ask people to split or to make a decision. So whichever one you go to, I still love you. But yeah, get your predictions in, and you know the rules. You got to be there to get them in. So we'd love to see you. Real quick, David Shear says, love that man. He has been such a kind friend as you and Jose has. David, I appreciate you, man. You're a lovely person. Love you, bud. Scott Munt's still here. I think I'm just going to take the rest of the day as another short holiday. All work is in place. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate you, buddy. And then Jishnu says, David Shear, there are some decent number 6s available. Hugo Larson, Martin Frendrup, Alan Valera, and there are some. Ethan Ampadu of Leeds also looking decent. Yeah, man, there are some players out there still. Who knows what can happen in these final hours, but as Brian said, and as I'm trying to take on myself, no reason to get overly excited for something that's probably not going to happen. But guys, don't mean to leave you on a low note. In fact, let's leave on a high note. We're going to go do predictions. Predictions is a fun time. So head on over right here, Tel Cockerel. Come over. If you haven't subbed, what the hell are you doing with your life? And I'm sure we'll talk a bit about this and talk a bit about Europa League, and we're going to have a fun time. So everybody head over there. 14 minutes from now, that starts. And yeah, I'm going to close out the show like I always do. Be good to yourself. Be good to other people. And then that good will come back to you. The world's a better place if you're just nice. If you walk down the street, you see somebody you like their shirt, tell them you like their shirt. Or just say hi. People don't even say hi to each other anymore. It's crazy. So yeah, just be kind. Be kind to a stranger if you can. That's even better. And everybody have a great day. See you in just a bit over on Tel. And I wanted to play a video that's gonna get me demonetized, but that's not a big deal. I thought this was funny, so I'll play this for everybody before we head out. Peace.
Loves football, don't I?
All right, what team do you support?
Chelsea United. And also I like, what's that team with David Beckham in it?
Manchester United.
Manchester United. I like Rovers. I like London. And I like Tottenham, but I don't like Spurs. And I go to the games and I say, rah, 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 come on football and score a goals. And I say, home run now, please. How's that?
Right.
Is England a team that can play Chelsea?
No.
I already knew that already. I was just testing you. Loves football, don't I?